What's up, guys? Welcome to the first in hopefully a long series of reviews on my channel. Just wanted to start the live stream by saying that I will be doing this. If I went to my other personal channel, you might have saw like the kind of introduction to my channel. I've since obviously moved that to this channel. But what the channel was is going to be Wednesdays and Fridays. Wednesdays are going to be talking about movies that have been out for a little while. Fridays, obviously, new releases like in theaters. So stay tuned for Friday. It's probably going to be a little early morning stream. I'll be reviewing Detroit, which I finally got to see on Tuesday, which was yesterday. Anyways, today, if you see the title, we're going to be talking about The Sound of Music, starring Julie Andrews and Christopher Plummer. This movie has been in my life, I know, ever since I was little. I think my first experience with this movie was I was my grandma's house, and she had this on VHS. I know I'm dating myself, but she had this on VHS, and it was like a little two-part, two VHSs, because I don't think VHSs could hold such a lengthy movie at the time. So, but yeah, that was my first experience with it as a child. I think it's fitting that I start my first review being a musical, since I'm a huge musical theater guy. But anyways, yeah, Sound of Music starring Julie Andrews and Christopher Plummer. This was Julie Andrews' second big role after Mary Poppins, of course. And I think that this role in Sound of Music, playing Maria von Trapp, is such a fitting role coming off of Mary Poppins. I think Christopher Plummer is such a kind of smooth and suave guy in this movie. Obviously, he starts off being that kind of stern and no nonsense kind of guy, but obviously he learns to love music again, and I think that's really awesome. Let's talking about the cinematography in this movie. I think the cinematography in this movie is so breathtaking. Each shot in this movie, there are shots in this that are so iconic, which like the spinning on the hills at the opening shot of coming in on Maria singing Sound of Music. It's such a beautiful shot. Feel free, if there's anyone watching, of course, to use the chat and let me know how everything is going, or if you have any questions or anything. But yeah, each shot in this film is just so beautiful. I think they use Austria well as the backdrop for this film. I think Austria was the backdrop for the original stage musical anyways, but it translates so well onto the screen. Just like New Zealand did for Lord of the Rings, or I'm trying to think of another, Tunisia for Star Wars translated into Tatooine. Just these countries just translate so well, beautifully onto the screen, that I think it's just so iconic. And the music, of course, is the most iconic music there is for musicals, between Do Re Mi, which is like one of the greatest songs in musical theater, and Sound of Music, of course, and 16 Going on 17, and My Favorite Things, and all these songs are just so iconic and so epic. They're very epic songs that, gets you going, even if it's just the smallest song like Edelweiss. The acting in this movie is really good. It's really good, particularly with the kids. I think the kids in this movie are so good. They bring a sort of charm to them that you don't really get in a lot of movies nowadays. I mean, there are some great child performances, but just the ensemble of children in this movie are so well acted that excuse me, gotta sneeze. They just their performances are really good, and you get attached to them as the movie goes on. I'm trying to think. The one scene that I remember distinctly, remembering from childhood, from when watching this as a child, is the scene where they're going through that it's at night and it's near the end of the film, and they're trying to escape from the Nazis, and you have that moment of tension where the one, I don't remember the character's name, but the one that the oldest daughter is in love with, he sees them, and he has the choice of either calling out and revealing them to the other Nazis or keeping quiet. And so there's that tension of, is he going to do it? Is he going to keep quiet because he loves her? No spoilers here, of course. I might do a little, obviously, spoilers for the older films on Wednesdays. I will be doing some spoilers. Fridays, I will stick to non-spoilers because of the fact that they are new releases and it's still in theaters. Fridays, I will be doing non-spoilers. Wednesdays, there will be spoilers. So I'm not going to spoil whether he, of course, reveals them or not, because you'll have to watch the movie to find that out. But it's really cool. And such a tense scene. I remember that. That's why I remember it so distinctly, is because it was such a it's one of the first movies I can remember that actually had me like biting my nails and like had a lot of tension and suspense. That was like which is weird that a musical would do that. But yeah, that was the first movie I can remember that did that, that gave me that suspense. Which is another reason it's so iconic. And for me, if you haven't seen Sound of Music, I definitely recommend you going out and finding it on Blu-ray, or like I have the 50th anniversary Blu-ray, which is really nice. Not a whole lot of bonus material, but still awesome. The translation to the Blu-ray is great. And in high definition is what they call it. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's other things I want to say about this film, because it's so iconic and means a lot to my life, which is weird because like I had a period in time where obviously I watched it a lot as a kid, and I watched it, somewhat often now. But there was a time where, especially in high school, I don't think I watched this film a lot in high school. I don't know why. I didn't watch it as often. But coming back to it after a period of not watching it, you remember how there's a reason it won Best Picture at the Oscars in 1965. There's a reason it won that Oscar, and because it not only was the best film of that year, I believe, but I think it could be one of the best films of that decade. All time, I don't know. It's definitely in the list. Definitely in the top musicals of all time. But yeah, guys, I think that'll be it for my review for today. Like I said, stick around for Friday's stream, which will be an earlier stream, early morning. So if you guys, get up for that, I don't know. I'll probably be out of it myself because I work. So it's going to be a very early stream for me. So I'm going to be really tired. Gotta remember what about Detroit, but it will be on Detroit, which was great. I'll save obviously the details for the review, but yeah, thanks for watching. If you guys are even there, you guys can watch this later because it will be still on the channel. You'll be able to watch it at any time. But yeah, Wednesdays, Fridays, I will be doing these reviews. Thanks for joining in if you have, but thanks for watching if you haven't joined in during live. But yep, that's gonna be it for me. Thanks for watching.